Hello, this is Zedis. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video. Clearing Uncleared 2019 levels. We're on volume 18. It's been going on for a long time now. I have two outrageous levels for you here. The first one is one of the hardest levels I've played in this challenge so far. It is a windy New Super Mario Bros. U speedrun. Windy Desert. Had 216 tries, I think, which is a fair amount. Usually if you have over 100 tries, I expect a somewhat difficult level. Over 200 tries, I expect a rather difficult level. If you saw the header image, the thumbnail image, there's a much harder level to come, but this one is actually quite hard. It took me a couple of hours, 90 minutes to 2 hours, I think. It took a long time to figure this one out. It's a very complicated speed run with a lot of parts, and you just have to keep playing until you figure it out. And this first part took me a long time. Those springs, I don't think I ever did this right, because I think you're supposed to hit those springs, but I found a way that worked for me. If you look right here, I ground pound and I get killed by that shell, and I realize, oh, I can actually bounce off that shell if I land on it normally. So yeah, this right there is, and I slide down, and you slide right through that fish if you don't hit back up. If you hit back up too soon, you hit the spikes. I died a lot in this level. You'll see at the end, it's something like, it took me like 200, 300 lives. It was a difficult level that, you know, it was just gonna take that long. It's like, it's one that I think even if a really good player like Aura or the Beast got it in Endless, it would eat up a lot of their lives. Yeah, it's a good level though. I probably give it 7 out of 10, maybe 8. But there's a couple of parts that are really confusing coming up here. The start is not too bad. I think they could have used a little bit of indication at some points. He has decent indication, but it's not great, especially at the beginning. It's really confusing. But this part too, he has some coins there that look like they kind of tell you what to do, but it's really confusing. And yeah, here, I'm not the first person to die there. I think that's where the people who had done the best at it had ended their runs before, and they had given up. This one actually had, I think, 9 likes before, or maybe the other one that I played had 9 likes. We'll see. But yeah, here I get to this wall and it's closed, and I'm like, well, there's an on-off switch to my left there, and there's also one below, and I'm not 100% sure how to do it. What it turns out is you have to drop the dry bone shell, and it gets bounced over there to that on-off to the right. Yeah, it's a weird setup that's kind of confusing. Yeah, you have to drop the dry bone shell where that coin is to the left there, and then propel her up and hit the other on-off switch, and then afterwards the dry bone shell gets carried over and ends up hitting the other, and then it actually hits another beetle shell, shellmet that bounces back and forth and causes this. Here I time out right near the end. You have to go around the goal, which is covered with munchers, to get to the back side of it. So yeah, it's actually a really nicely made speedrun. It's just very complicated. Here's the final run. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure this one out. Yeah, couple 90 minutes to 2 hours. And I was very proud to have gotten through it. Yeah, it was a hard one. Definitely one of the harder levels I've played in this challenge. Maybe even the second hardest. The hardest is coming up at the end here. And sandwiched between the two very hard levels, I have pretty much nothing but hot garbage. I beat 7 levels, And I thought I was actually going to be able to include all 7 because most of them were short, but there was one fairly long one, and it kind of ate up a lot of time. If I had added the 7th one, it would have added probably just 3 minutes. I think even the video was only like 3.5 minutes long. And that would have brought me to about 34 minutes, 35 minutes, something like that, which would have been fine, but it wasn't a very interesting level. It was a dark level, much like the dark level last week. Blind, but yeah, actually a little bit easier. So here's the second level. This is pure little Timbo hot garbage. Yeah, kill a boom boom, get to the end. There's just a ton of enemy spam, a lot of trolls. Yeah, this one is probably a 2 out of 10. It's not that hard, so I won't drop it down to 1, but it's not much but garbage. Yeah, you hit the P-switch, the big boom boom falls right in the lava, and here I'm just kind of avoiding these Magic Koopas, waiting for the P-switch to run out, and then there's a littler boom boom over here who wails on you. Like, I hate 3D World boom boom so much. There's another one coming up that in another level that just annoys the crap out of me. Yeah, here, take the warp box. You have a key. Take the warp box. You go right in the drink. Lame. I think I booted long before. I booted like on the first life because I could just tell what kind of level it was. So here I go on the first door very slowly. This is the correct door, it turns out. At least it doesn't kill me. I might have tried the second door. I don't remember. I got killed. I took a door and it dropped me in the lava again. I don't know why I took that door. Because I don't know if I realized. I should have realized the goal was right here. It's under these bricks, right under where that cannon is. Here, I'm trying to open it, and I was like, oh, I can't do that. I need the cat suit. But you know, if you actually swipe the cat suit there, it doesn't work anyway because the cannon falls right on it. What I didn't notice right away is that there's a P-switch down here. I didn't see that the first time. So that's what I need. I hit that P-switch. Try to climb back up. Here I'm racing the P-switch timer. I guess I'm not really, because if it ran out and I had a mushroom, I could ground pound right there, because the cannon does fall, at least. So I'm not really in a hurry. Yeah, crap level, not that hard though. On to the third level. We have... I'm checking some stuff out here. I don't know what I'm doing. Could probably cut this stuff, huh? Okay, on to the third level. On off. This is another kind of crappy level. This is Japanese too, or is it an American level? Oh, it is Japanese. Yeah, it just has an English title. This guy playing out with some on-off blocks and switches. This is another one that's just kind of meh. Probably a 3 out of 10. Not very interesting. Maybe even a 2. It's pretty lame. I would actually forgive it of almost everything if it weren't for these twisters up to the right here. That's the annoying part, you'll see. And this part, he kind of forces you to take a fire flower. You can skip it, and I think I do in another life that I did keep in this video. But yeah, you have to kind of bounce through here, and you can do it. You can get through here, but then I'm thinking, what am I doing about these twisters here? Because they're gonna slam me right into this on-off switch. They're gonna carry me around. Luckily, this time I ended with the twisters falling off and the red block's still there, so that's what I want. I do have to kill a Koopa, and I don't think I saw that at first, but he's right there, so not a big deal. I'll look up here, see what's going on. Thwomp turns the on-off switches off to blue. Oh, there I killed the Koopa. And here I'm kind of screwed. I can't really go anywhere with this. So I start over. Here is where I think I try to avoid these fire flowers. Which would be fine, but you're still gonna have to deal with these twisters. So it really doesn't help that much. I get up to the blue, but I can't kill the Koopa if I'm over there, so it doesn't really help me. At this point, I don't know that there are no other Koopas, but yeah, there aren't any. There's a Shelmet just sitting there. I never even got that. I don't know how I would. Here, I think maybe I might be able to do that, but I wasn't able to this life. Yeah, it's just kind of annoying to have to get through this little maze every time. Yeah, this level is also pretty easy. I would say, like, between the two really hard ones, there was one other relatively hard level. But then the other ones that were mostly hot garbage were not that hard at all. Trying to take the shell, there's nothing I can actually do with this shell anyway. It might be able to help me in some ways, but what I want to do is I want to ride this thwomp. I get up right here, I don't hit him. But I forget that he has no parachute, so I'll just jump over. Oh, the other thwomp hits an on-off switch and kills me. Going back again, we'll start that over. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hang back so he actually despawns before he hits the on-off switches, so I can just mosey on over here slowly. And there's a lot of like sniper type thwomps. I guess you can probably see it. At this point, I'm just like I'm gonna go over the top as much as possible because I don't want to deal with these on-off blocks. And that ends up giving me a win. Yep, very easy. Pretty stupid though. Not very interesting. I didn't see how many lives this took me. Maybe 5 to 10. Not much. Previous level, I don't know. Maybe 10. There was a lot of spam on that one, so a lot of trolls. Yeah, had a fair amount of tries already before I started it. Okay, this level, the 4th level, Lava Gauntlet, was actually pretty hard. 63 tries. I should have beat this one a lot quicker than I did. This one is an okay-ish level. It's not terribly designed, but then there's some stuff that really bothers me. There are a couple of trolls that annoy me, and here's the worst thing about it is there's a clear condition that you have to kill a Magic Koopa, so there's no checkpoint, and he even says in the description that this is basically a long, hard level. I mean, it's called a gauntlet after all. Yeah, this first life is a long take. I lived for a very long time on this one. Yeah, I don't know how many lives this took me. Way too many. I started getting mad at it and I started throwing because it's, like I said, it's a clear condition level and it's really long, and then there are trolls near the end that kill you, and it made me mad. And I do boo it. I think I probably wouldn't give it any less than a 5. Like I said, it's at least a decent-ish level. It's not like the last couple and the one that follows this and the dark level that I erased. Yeah, it at least has a semblance of competency. Yeah, he makes it very difficult to. He makes some of the jumps a little like unnecessarily difficult. Like this part, when you're jumping over these spikes, it's hard and you always hit yourself. Yeah, you know, like then you have to go back and get the cat suit, and I'm wasting a lot of time at this point. I actually get very far on this first life, and I end up running out of time. Which, when I'm playing, levels that I'm exchanging on Facebook or Reddit or wherever, my policy was always if I run out of time on a level, I'm not going to play it a second time. But, you know, this is a different thing. Yeah, here, it's hard to figure out a way to get up there because you can't jump back and, you know, do the little second cat dive, which is what I would usually do to get up a tall wall. You put spikes on the other side, so you can't really do that. So yeah, I have to keep going back to get this cat suit. And do I figure it out here? I don't even know. It takes, like I said, it takes me forever to figure this out. But you have to kind of drop down on the wall to the left and then jump back to the right. And it gives you enough boost to get up there. So yeah, you're just going to watch me go in circles for a while. I do apologize for this level because there's a lot of me going in circles on it. And you know, it's if it was Panga, he would have coconut mauled it. It's just kind of a pain in the butt a lot of the time. Yeah, I had one level with 260 tries or something like that, and one level with 1,000 tries when I started it. We'll get there. But this level takes up the bulk of the video. Say about 2 hours for that first level. I can't even estimate how long it took me to. We'll think about it when we get there. I would say that last level takes me like 4 to 6 hours. Not kidding at all. Okay, I got past that stupid part. Here we're going on. It gives me a fire flower. I gotta shoot some piranha creepers. Roll under here. This was at least a maker who kind of knew the mechanics of 3D World pretty early on. I didn't see when this was made. But, you know, 2019, obviously, first 6 months. So he forces me to take damage, and here's Mr. Boom Boom. Now, this Boom Boom fight is very safe because you can hide from him in these little alcoves. But it just takes forever, and you just have to remember that every time I die, I have to come back and do this again, and 300 seconds total. If you give me 500 seconds, I might have actually beat this level. Actually, I wouldn't have. We'll see why in a minute here. Because we're coming towards our first troll. Here's a room. Some clear pipes. Clearly, you have to get the P-switch to get past that wall to the right side. So I'll hit that. I'll go down here and I'll bop the exclamation point. Here's a little kind of troll. And I go into the box, and these cannons fall down. And I'm sitting here wondering, and here's the timer is like almost out right here. I'm sitting here looking at it like, what happened? I can't go any further. The thing is, you hit that P-switch. And we'll go right back to this room, because I ain't showing you all that again. This is one level that you will not see the whole thing at once. So what you have to do is you have to wait for the P-switch to run out to enter this warp box. There's no way you know that. So you're pretty much screwed. So here I stupidly don't realize that you have to jump off that wall. And there was a later life after I figured that out where I had spent a while trying to get back here and I totally forgot about that and I died again. So that's 2 or 3 minutes that I've been playing. Now, here's some more trollish crap. He wants you to not have that mushroom. And here I grab the key coin. There's only one that's necessary and I have a key now. Oh, here's another interesting thing. Do you think I can get into that gap with the cat suit? I wasn't sure, and I kept trying, and I kept screwing up. And the fact is that I get through there with the key and the cat suit, and I'm watching this, and I'm not sure how I did it, because in the future, when I tried to do it, I couldn't do it. I spent forever trying to do this, and I actually get it here. But I have a key, and there's a key box. It sends me to my death. Now, I don't know that that's going to happen, but I kind of should have figured it out if by looking at it, but I wasn't really thinking about it. There was a key coin, so I grabbed it. So you have to avoid that key coin. And why? Why would you do that? I mean, it's stupid. It's really stupid. Yeah, when you get a key, obviously you can't get rid of it unless you go in through a key door. So, okay, I mean, it's not very hard to avoid, so I just know to avoid it now, but... So here, I think this is the life, and again, I do apologize. I thought I was gonna edit this down a little, but it was kind of funny. And I'm trying to get in there again, and I just can't do it. I cannot get through there. I try, I bounce around. So I gotta go back now, and I give up, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I have to go back now and take damage on that spike. The cat bell is pretty easy to avoid, actually, and I could get through that one gap with the mushroom without a problem. No, I shouldn't say without a problem. It's not as hard. I'm gonna... Oh, actually, I think on this life I do go small. Because I thought he wanted me small, which he does. He absolutely does want me small because he wants me to die in the future, which... Spoiler alert, I do. So, yep. Yeah, and that's hard. Even like as a small Mario Toadette, I can't. It's hard to get through here. So now I do. Whatever. I get through. I go in, and you get to this room, and here's your magic Hoopa that you have to kill. Very difficult boss. Should have been the Boom Boom, I guess. And then he trolls you right there too. And yes, I did die to that in the future. Did I? I don't remember if I... Yeah, and then and there's a weird spike section. I think this, I might actually show it right here. Yeah, I was too pissed. I forgot about it. I completely caught it the first time I got there, but I forgot about it the second time, and I literally screamed. But I did want to get there with a mushroom so I didn't have to worry about the spikes. Because I died the first time to the spikes, I didn't jump soon enough. Well, that's that level. Lava Gauntlet, you know, bad level. I don't comment or anything. I just give him his boo and move on. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt. The fifth level, Mira un ladrillo, which I looked up. It means look, a brick. I don't understand. Maybe that ladrillo means something else too, but that's what Google told me. Yeah, this is some Mexican hot garbage. A lot of spikes, a lot of trolls, a lot of blind jumps. I don't know. It's just kind of a stupid level. It's not like a miserably bad level or anything, but yeah, probably 3 out of 10. That's not very good. Yeah, this is hard to. This first little part is hard to get through with all these spikes everywhere. But you have to gently spin jump off of there. Land on the, and I completely screwed that up. Yeah, I mean, I screwed this up a lot at first. Yeah, if you gently spin, you land, like, you have to pretty much hit the middle of that spring. It's pretty precise jump from the bridge up here. Here I go. Then this guy commits the sin of having the airship theme and using the very bottom level where you can't see anything. And here we got some damage boost section, and then a totally blind jump. I mean, why? And some laughter too. I mean, if you're gonna make a terrible level and have somebody play it, you want to laugh at them, right? Yeah, I'm very known to boo just for anyone using that laugh sound effect. I don't even know what happened there. Like, I think the laugh sound effect actually distracted me. Lure him down. I wanted to check up here, but there's nothing, so we can go down the pipe. Easy enough to avoid these bullets. And I was quick enough to avoid that thwomp, and then we have a checkpoint, so I die, and I don't care. Not a big deal. This is another blind jump section. I check up on this thwomp. Nothing up there. That's the top of the level. Spin jump on this bomb, and then you fall, and you can't see where you're going, so you die. But not a huge deal because we got the checkpoint. After the checkpoint, the level is not as hard as the first part. The first part with the spikes is the worst. Although there are some blind thwomps that switch the... You know, you can kind of see them, I guess, but not all of them, though. There's more above you can't see, so... You just have to keep going. If you just keep going, it works. Here's a chain chomp that blocks your path to the flag. Not a big deal. He's up. So this part's easy enough. Just spin on these thwomps, get above them. You probably could run. You might not be able to run. I'm not sure which way those conveyors are going. I can never tell. Tries to troll me a little here, but that's actually right after the first. You can easily cheese this one if you want the record. You just have to grab that. If you're able to grab that spring in the first room, you can get up to the top there. Not that hard. It might be hard, but you could do it. You could get a very easy record there, but it's really not worth it. It's a bad level. So here we're on to the Behemoth. This is by far the hardest level I played for this challenge. The previous record was Thwomp Riding Shenanigans before I actually started adding voiceover. That had 600 something tries. This one has over 1,000. And let me tell you, yeah, it's much harder than 1,000. It takes me more than 1,000. It took me like 6 hours to beat the speed run with some very difficult tech. This was 2 weeks into the game, by the way, so I'm assuming this person was a Mario Maker 1 player. I certainly could never have beaten this early on, and hell, I wasn't sure I could beat it here, but yeah, so we got to get to that bomb with the spin. We got to ride him a little bit, and I try the normal jumping methods, and I kind of am figuring it out that I need to do some sort of twirl, and there I fail. And my first instinct is to do a ground pound cancel twirl, and let me tell you, I was doing that for hours. But if you saw the previous life to that, I actually don't need to do this at all. All I need to do is slide down the wall, and in fact, it's fast. I actually checked the upload time before. There's a 50-second time limit, and he had it at 43, so unless he was just extremely fast, my guess is that, you see that, you do that shell jump, if you do it too high, you kill that Goomba. I don't have any idea how that works, because it shouldn't, the hitbox should not collide, but you have to do like a low shell jump. And I had to do a low shell jump and a twirl to hit it right, to get up to where I needed to go. Yeah, it's hard. And that part killed me hundreds and probably 1,000 times. And now we get past that, we have another little bomb riding section, and then we have a bomb ladder, which I suck at. I got better as I went on this one, but I suck at bomb ladders. But it's not just a bomb ladder, it's a bomb ladder, plus you have to bounce up to the right and land on another bomb. And these bomb riding tricks are just, they're really precise. And then you have a spike tunnel. Now this part is where the level kind of loses me, because you really have to precisely get through that spike tunnel. It's hard to judge. I actually did get fairly decent at it after 5 hours of playing, but it's not easy. And in fact, these lives that you're seeing are hours and hours into this level, so I had already been through this. I mean, that is pretty blind too. And then we get to this weird section where you have to ride the spike top, then bounce over onto the other spike top. And yes, I had seen this probably 5 or 6 times at this point. Then you have to land on this POW and go through the door. And there's more through the door too. I looked at it through the level viewer just to see how much was left, and I didn't even understand what I was supposed to do, and I wish I actually had found the life that I made it through the door and died because I did that once. Because I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do the first time, and it killed me. Yeah, here, this is the final life. Yeah, you're watching 5 minutes of the level that took me 6 hours to beat. And editing this was horrible, by the way. Yeah, this the 2 hard levels this time almost destroyed my computer, my crappy little laptop. So yeah, you go through this door and there's a shell, and then there's a POW and a muncher blocking the flagpole. So if you go through holding run, you grab the shell and fall right on the muncher. So you have to go through the door not holding run. But yeah, that was hard. Let me tell you, my thumbs still hurt. It's been a whole day, and my thumbs still hurt from that level. Oh yeah, and I I was gonna leave him as so tough, but I'm like, screw that. It's easy. It only took me, and we'll see it right here. Not shitting you. 2,200 lives, about. Maybe a little more than that. 2,209 lives, I think, if I did the math right. Well, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.